Hey, good friend, SoProfound here. I want to thank you so much for clicking on the video. Please support the channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the video. "2011 is an interesting year for a lot of reasons. I remember 2011, as much as things were changing in the country, we were now in the dollar era. There's GNU. But underneath, there was a movement that was starting to brew that was so significant to this country's social fabric.
Yeah.
2011 is the year I remember. It's a year after Prophet Makandiwe had just established UFIC, which had started around 2008 as an interdenominational. But at this point, he is probably the biggest topic
He is the news.
He is the news. Whatever happens at City Sports Center at the time is mainstream news.
Yeah.
But also what's significant about that time is just how the use of the title prophet starts to become very louder, moving from a previous generation of ministers, preachers and pastors, because pastor was the tag, and we moved to the bishop era. Now we were now in a more prophet era.
Yeah.
Now, this is what's happening in the country. What's going on with you in 2011?
I'm in Cape Town 2009. I come back end of 29, on the 24th of December 2009, I'm back. 2010, I started my Inter-D in Aquatic Complex. I'm gathering 2,000 people every Saturday. I was doing Saturday services. I have not witnessed Prophet Makandiwe.
Wait, but before you move to Saturday is an interesting day to host interdenominational meetings of a Christian gathering, because Saturday is where people
are taking a break from
work
so they can go Sunday to church.
Yes.
But my wisdom in that was, I'm not an evangelist at this point. I did evangelism before, but I'm not going to be doing crusades to gather and few people in my church. So I need to take people from all your churches to my church. So I do international services, which are called Inter-D, meaning any denomination can come and they can experience God. Whether you're Roman Catholic, you are Orthodox, you are Seventh-day Adventist, you are Christian, you are Muslim, whoever you are, it's open for everybody. So I'm gathering people from everywhere.
Before you actually move to, which I feel like is very important, Zimbabwe at the time was ablaze spiritually.
Yes.
I remember that. Conferences were a big thing.
No, it was more like Ghana, Nigeria is more of prophets. Zimbabwe is more of preachers. So we were like a revelation nation. You have Tudor Bismarck here making waves worldwide preaching, rubbing shoulders with all great preachers. You have Tom Dishell here establishing an international church. So it was more of that sound and doctrine established in Zimbabwe. There was culture in our church. You can't do rastas, you can't put main skirts, you can't do this. It was a word doctrine movement that established the rule and how the church should be, the setup of the church. Then the prophetic movement, boom, boosters.
So continue with your journey. Like, walk me through.
I'm back 2009, 24 December. God just told me I was in Cape Town. God told me, go back, start my church in Chitongeza. I told everyone I'm leaving. There was nothing in Zimbabwe. There was no electricity. There was no food. People were queuing for sugar. I packed one bag, got into a Gonyet, got to Joburg. From Joburg, got in the bus. People waited for me there. Shocked to see me coming out, no groceries, no furniture, nothing, just my bag. And I'm telling them, in 3 months' time, I'll be filling Aquatic Complex. People thought I was going crazy. But God had told me.
But already Prophet Makandiwe was already...
From Makandiwe, I heard of him 2007. God told me about him. Nobody knew him. God gave me his address. I I gave a seed there, 2008 in Chitungisa Unit F. 2009, I'm gone to South Africa. I have not witnessed him at this point. 2009, I'm back. 2010, I started making waves. But everyone was talking about church. It was like a shift from Chiweshe days where we were all listening to my tapes about Chiweshe. It's now going to be a seed makandio.
Let's give people a history lesson
Yeah.
on that movement, that AFM movement, how people were passing the baton. So there was the great era of your evangelist Chiweshe.
Yeah.
He was an evangelist.
Yes.
Then Chiweshe,
We can't really say he passed on the baton stick. Makandio just came from Norway. Nobody knew about him.
Right.
I remember the now president of AFM, Wamadao, used to come to the house. My mother gave him land, the church which he built and was established. So Makandio came under Pastor Madao.
But stylistically,
yes,
you could hear a little bit of Chiweshe in there.
Of course.
Stylistically.
It was more like one person. The Shona revelation, Makandio one was more sweeter in the sense that Chiweshe was more into munhu wese wechurch nasiri vaipa majokes ekuti waitongo nakiro hazvafanira kuti kuona Mr. Bean
yeah.
but uri kutopindwa najesu uchiona Mr. Bean. It was more like that.
Right.
Vamakandio has more spirituality in his revelation.
Exegesis of
example yetractor but vachinoipinza muscripture zvekuti wekonobara musoro. That was the demarcation.
Right.
Now, Pramakandio is making waves together with the Apostle Butabwash.
And they're all AFM.
They were like more friends, yeah.
Yes, they are both AFM.
Then politics started happening. I don't know who was wrong, who was right, but politics was politics.
Do you have an insight on what the story was?
What I can say, the truth, in my own perspective, is that whenever God raises somebody, and because God have lifted you up, you attract envy around you. Because imagine you go to a Gucci store, you touch this jacket, you like it, but you can't afford it. You can't have it, but you want it so bad. Then you come to my house and you see me throwing this Gucci jacket on the couch. It's going to pain you that I can't afford it. Why does he have it? That's what I think. Makandiwa became a crowd puller. Too much revelation. And that some of the pastors that were not touching that line became envious. And with the history of AFM, and stuff like that, God had to protect his servant. So he then started the interday in city sports, and he was packing them. And was CD Makandi.
Because it started at the Anglican Cathedral, went to State Lottery.
You know, Anglican yemuna after Eastgate.
Gates, yeah.
Mbavaenda pa State Lottery.
Then
Mbavati City Sports.
Yeah.
One.
And City Sports became so popular that at the time there were multiple services.
I haven't touched him at that time.
You haven't touched him yet?
I know God told me he's a great man. I went there, I submitted, I sold my seed. I left, I'm in South Africa, I'm hearing noise. I'm back, I'm hearing noise, but I haven't yet witnessed exactly what he's doing.
So you're so focused on what you're doing.
Oh, I'm building.
You're building.
I'm building.
So you're not even
this
aware.
This then happened now. My brother Apostle Java invited Prophet Angel from UK. Prophet Angel comes in play and is demonstrating a type of prophetic which is outstanding.
Wait. Let's give people context.
Yeah.
Who is Apostle B. Java?
Apostle B. Java is the father now. He's the man.
Right. Which church?
Tabernacle of Grace.
Tabernacle of Grace.
Yes.
This is important
he's my
for
blood
us.
Brother.
Blood brother.
But he's a spiritual father to me.
Exactly. This is important for us to establish.
Yes.
Yes.
That's very important.
Yes.
He becomes the bridge between the prophet in Zimbabwe. The term prophet was not popular, so people used to think Prophet Makandu as an evangelist or angangoro preacher or pastor. Now, Prophet Angel comes. Prophet Makandu vaita my healing asingaita unit L kuchitungisa. Vaiona mavision, my prophet, even city sports, wakamboona Gog, Gombare Node or something like that. Prophet Angel comes. He starts prophesying in Apostle Java's church.
So Prophet Angel, for him to come, was to Tabernacle of Grace,
It was to Tabernacle of Grace.
not to UFIC.
No.
Okay.
Tabernacle of Grace. They're calling me. I was prophesying when I was young. Of course, not in his dimension, but calling names. In Sege 2 I am prophesying people their date of birth and stuff. Someone called me. There's someone prophesying like you. I said, like me. At this point, I don't even know Ghana prophets and that. I know of William Branham. But this point is dead.
Yes.
But I'm knowing of him. This guy is stylish. He likes clothes like you and stuff. So I got interested.
So for context, William Branham is the founder of...
He is the founding father of the forensic prophets after Jesus in the Bible.
And also he established the message church.
Exactly.
Yes, William Branham, yeah.
Yeah, that one is another dimension. Now, Prophet Angel is displaying the prophetic. He's also in the revelation. He's doing healing, he's doing miracles. So he did wonders from a country ahead of it. Reached out to Apostle Java. The Apostle Java connected them now. Then they sat at a hotel. While they are talking in a meeting, a crippled man walks in. Prophet Angel just went to him. Mind you, it's not a church service. Took the crutches, said walk. From Makandio left. Invited him to come on Sunday. So from Makandio, Prophet Angel came to church. Tabernacle of Grace was still in Robson, Manyika. We're doing it in the 4th floor. No elevator and stuff. Smelling toilets and stuff. And after service, it was me, Prophet Makandio, Prophet Angel, Apostle Java. We drove to City Sports Center. Remind you, I haven't touched or smelled what he's doing.
You have no context.
When I walked in Aquatic Complex, I broke into tears. The number of people that were there.
It's very hard to fathom what Prophet Makandiwa was doing at the time. If you
Never
didn't
been
see
done
it.
in Zimbabwe.
Never been done.
Never. I broke into tears because God was telling me when I was young, you're going to few stadiums and what. At this point, I was not starting to doubt. God is telling me you're going to preach in America, you're going to preach in UK, you're going to establish churches worldwide. It was impossible at where I was. In 2001, he's speaking to me. This is 2010, 2011. Things are happening, but when I witnessed Pomakandio, I believed everything God spoke to me.
Which year is this?
This is around 2010.
2010.
Yeah, 2010.
Now fly me to 2011 because we need to locate you in 2011.
It's going to be interesting. Now, Angel prophesies in Pomakandio's church. Yeah, but everyone is in a shock now. The wave of the prophetic became established in East Africa.
So you are saying the wave of the prophetic, the front runner for that in this country is Hubert Angel.
The prophetic has been in Zimbabwe.
No, he has been there, but
But
new
that
wave,
movement, it was Prophet Angel.
Right.
He then started a fire. It became the talk of the town. Mind you, he's a pioneer now. While his people are going crazy about the prophecies being given, some people started inviting other prophets that could call names. But they were not doing the same wave as what Prophet Makandio, Prophet Angel were doing. I am prophesying crazy. 2010, if you can go back into Herald, they wrote me, the only prophet who can prophesy your ID number. That was their title. That was the first time for me to be in the article.
This is important. Like, this is a question that I've always asked. What was the importance of being able to prophesy an ID number or to say
it became a daily thing because I was excited and I saw it was really intriguing people. But the substratum of how it began was the man came to pick up his wife at my church, and the man was a non-believer. So he thought everything that prophets do, it's gimmicks and gimmicks and gimmicks. But now, when he walked in angry, I said, say, your name is this and that. Then he looked at me shocked. Without me knowing what I was going to say, I said, your ID number is this stroke, this. Then he fell down on his back. It became a shocking wave in the church. People were screaming. And I think I was 20 or 21 years old. I don't remember. I was young. 20 to 22, 23 max, around there. People went crazy. One guy who was there wrote the article. Then from there, that's when, but that man gave his life to Jesus. He's still in my church right now. They are having services in Mbare. But that's how he gave his life to Jesus Christ.
Right.
The significance of why people call names and ID numbers and stuff, it's based on 1 Corinthians 14, verse number 24, 25, and 26. But main part says, if an unbeliever comes in on midst and hear you speaking in tongues, maumba, maumba, you say these people are crazy. Anopengo. But if the secrets of his heart are revealed, you fall down to the ground and say, surely God is in this place. The importance of word of knowledge is simply to convince unbelievers to know it's God speaking.
Right.
Yes. So that became the way from my side. And the story of prophets began to be written every day, title after title. Then Prophet Angel, boom, introduced Miracle Man.
No, before we go there, part of the reason why 2011 is such a significant year
Yes.
is that it's also the year that Prophet Angel actually comes back to establish his church.
Apostle Java is the one that took his pastor, who was called Pastor Augustine, who went to school with Prophet Angel. The same guy who told Apostle Java about Prophet Angel that, oh, you guys are crazy about TB Joshua. There is another prophet called Prophet Angel is in UK, blah, 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 blah. Then connected them. Then they came. So Apostle Java started the Spirit Embers, the church for Prophet Angel.
What are you saying?
Apostle Java was the magic. He then started the church for Prophet Angel, and he took his pastor, Augustine, made him the pastor there. So it actually started while his prophet was in UK. Of course, God had told the prophet you're going to have a church in Zimbabwe, this, and that. Of course, it's international.
But he comes back around that time, and something so important is also happening.
Yeah.
So all these prophets, the major ones,
Yes.
which is Prophet Makandiwa, Prophet Hubert Angel at the time, and because of Apostle Utawachke's relationship with Prophet Makandiwa, all of these people are sort of like in the same.
It's just one.
It's just one bracket. They're also starting
their own ministry.
So
it's like everybody's
starting a church.
Passion is starting his church. Apostle Java has a church. From Makano is starting a church. Apostle Budabuash is starting a church. And many young preachers, so-called young preachers, because they were all in their 30s. Everybody was around 30 years old. They are starting churches. Churches are popping up. But hear this part now. Very interesting. Many people think prophets and young preachers started church because of US dollars. People think preachers that were out of Zimbabwe came here because there was US dollar.
You went where I wanted to go.
And the diamonds that were coming from Chiadzwa. But let me tell you this. The only office in the Bible that is responsible for prosperity is the office of a prophet.
Not the apostle?
Nah. Believe in God.
The apostle
you shall be established.
Yes, the apostle.
But believe in the prophet,
and you
shall prosper. So prosperity is declared by the prophets. It's announced. Apostles, they see it, announce it in the spiritual realm. But prophets, they download it and manifest it in the physical realm. So diamonds to pop was because God was saying is the era of prophets. For Mnangagwa was not yet the president, but in Dovakati Ngatiti, Maria Sanction, US dollar Ngaripinda, he was not thinking of his one. It was God inspiring him because the prophetic movement is starting.
And now hold up before I get too ahead of myself.
Yeah.
And also because it's a lot of things.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that were flying around that time, and I don't want us to miss this. 2011 is so significant because it's a place of transition for us, right? Yeah. The body of Christ is in a state of transition.
Exactly.
The country is in a state of transition.
Exactly.
Right? Everything is sort of like in a state of transition, but also you are in a state of transition.
Forgive me on this one. Let me cut you on this one. Check in the Bible. Elijah appears because famine is in the land. There's no rain. He declared no rain for 3.5 years. There's no rain, there's no food, there's no nothing. The prophetic began. He transfers the prophetic to Elisha. Elisha began, there's famine in the land. Go back to 2008. Everybody lost their money. People lost their houses. Things are not... 2009, there's no electricity.
Passion.
Things are... Then the prophetic is established.
No, but passion. I don't want to get too deep into that.
Yeah, let's go.
No, because I don't want it to become a debate,
Yeah.
right? Because I have thoughts around that, but
Yeah.
I want us to establish these thoughts in
Yes.
story form.
Let's go.
Not in a philosophical way or in a revelatory way.
Yes.
I'm sure it will all come out,
It
and
will.
and we'll find ourselves.
Let's build
right?
it.
2011 is a significant year for you because you're also transitioning from a boy to a man.
Baba, I was already a man.
This is
I
the
was already a
year
man.
you get married.
Inze zvakuitika manje. Ndiri mpano mughetto. Mudhara afa 99.
Right.
Momuzoita kansela 2000. 2002 momuzoenda kufamu kwavo tasara tiri wapana. Apostle Java ari form 6. My other prophet Nicholas Java is in form 4 and in form 2. 2002. Atina chekudya, atina hembe. Parikupisa. So I had to start paying my own school fees. I had to start hustling, buying clothes for myself and stuff. So I'm already built to be independent. I'm a man in terms of responsibility, not in age. I have pressure to marry since I'm 17 years old.
Why?
I already have a church. I'm already preaching. I'm making waves. Then I go to Cape Town. I learned how to be a man because I got a job by myself. I lost it. I got another one. I came back to Zimbabwe for a month. I go back. I got another job. I was just in different job. Now I come back independently. I started church without nobody helping me. Nobody gave me money to start a church. Nobody gave me instruments. Nobody gave me anything. I just started the church from zero.
Right.
But now the responsibility of having 2,000 people every Sunday and a queue at our house to come for prophecies every day from 6 a.m., there's already a queue outside. And I pray for people, prophesying them until night, every day. People are pushing me, you need a wife, you need a wife, you need a wife, you need a wife. 2010, Apostle Java marries, Prophet Nicholas Java marries. People are married. I have pressure now. In 2011, boom.
Did you need a wife or it was the societal pressure?
I think I got into what I didn't know I was getting into. I did not have the reality of marriage. I had the concept.
Tell me about this
Black
concept.
Suit.
Tell me about this
Black
concept.
bow tie.
The aisle.
A guy on crown standing in front of people saying, I do, I do. Putting a poster of myself and a beautiful woman on the poster, walking in church, father and papa and mama of the church. The doctrine we are having now in our church. There's no counseling. There's nobody telling me what I'm getting into. I have the idea.
But passion at the time, it's an interesting choice of the person you decide to marry.
But remember this, I have never dated.
You don't say.
I grew up in Assemblies of God. I'm a church boy. If I sit this close with a woman, I'm going to hell. A woman is a Jezebel. 2004 is the first and only time I hugged a girl in Belvedere. I went home crying, repenting for hugging.
But passion, the reason why I'm saying it's an interesting choice is because whilst you have this massive church where there are Christian girls, you go for a Muslim girl.
No. I don't want to go into details like that.
No, but this is why
but
you're
here. Geto yutirane mari monga. Geto yutiri driver ka Nissan March. Geto yutira kugara muna avenues pa 5 avenue. Geto yutira na bunu. Life is spinning, you know. Life is spinning.
No, but explain to me the choice of, like, it was mind-boggling to me.
I was growing up and I always said I'm not going to have a black skin or weave as I was a child. Nothing wrong about black skin. It's the most beautiful skin in the world. Nothing wrong with weaves. But I already said, I want this type, I want this color, I want this. Then one day I'm praying in church, boom. And 1 week ago, I got married.
So wait, you and Yasmin knew each other for just 1 week before you got married?
1 week I got married.
What are you talking about, bro?
I fell in love.
It was that
For
intense.
the first time in my life of dating, I fell in love.
But I've noticed that this happens a lot with especially people in ministry, that the process of getting married or anything like that is often fast tracked. Is often sort of like
Now, the only era in the church of our generation, we ignored fathers that were above us. We thought we owed that because of our gifts. So we didn't see the importance of fathers that were there, that would have set us down to give us the proper direction of what we needed to do. It's one of those things when you're making it in life.
So you and Yasmin at the time, you get married.
Yes.
Right? Young pastor, very young pastor.
I have Teach Matters, the MC. I have all the great men there. Prophet Angel came, Apostle Jabez there. You talk of all business people are there. I'm in Borodale Brook for a wedding from Chi-Town. I bus all my parents' neighborhood from Chi-Town to come. The cake is amazing. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I'm the idiosyncratic at this time. I'm untouchable. Life is moving.
Life is moving. Pane pombi adzimai yaiswa pakitchen.
Ndounazodzasa vakadzi vemamen of God wese sondoti ndabatikidza. God is good.
But how does getting married change you?
It never changed me.
How does it change how you operate, how things work and everything?
It only divided the time I had. I became a slave of church without knowing I was a slave. I would get up at 6 a.m. every day, pray and prophesy people the whole day. Vanhu vaiuya achikubata nhumbu toanamatira, vanota nhumbu. Mwana uya achiti mwana wangu uyu haasi kugona chikotomunamatira otsoka nemaresults. Those testimonies are overwhelming me. So I'm now hungry to just change everybody that comes around me. I want to bless. So I actually don't have time for food. I don't have time for people. It's just me and the people I'm praying for. It's either I'm in church, from church, to church, everything is churching around me. That's the only life I had. Now, when I got married now, I started experiencing life. I started focusing. My dressing started changing. My vehicle started changing. My address started changing. I'm in Borodale Brook now. Everything is changing. Vura window and one blue roof up. Life has changed.
2012 comes around, and
Yes.
2012, the prophetic movement is now
It's established.
Now it's established.
There's TV channel now.
Now exactly. Now you got
Takukombita nema-Nigerians manje. Takuvaratidza.
Miracle TV
Yeah.
gets established. Christ TV gets established. And
Kingdom
you're also
TV.
part of that.
I opened my KTV.
KTV.
Yes.
What was because from the outside, for someone who wasn't aware, it only seemed like these guys are this is a money grab. Like these guys just want to extend reach, but most of all, this is a money grab, right?
It's not
wait,
really.
wait. That's one person one could see it.
Yeah.
The other person was, it's we wanna do what the Jesse Duplantis, the Creflo Dollars.
You are coming to what I wanted to say.
Are doing.
The problem with Zimbabwean church is people only established churches and did not know anything called ministry. I was the first person to start Passion Java ministry. And when went through persecution in Zimbabwe, H Metro, everybody's writing against me. The pastors, even some of the prophets, are telling me to shut down Passion Java ministry because people only believed in new church. They didn't know anything about ministry.
But for the guys who were already doing international ministry, the
pastors would reach to their church and their church would send them. They were not independent from their church.
No, for example, I know for a fact that
Yeah.
Tudor Bismarck Ministries was already established and was there from back in the day.
Of course, Bishop Tudor Bismarck has never been one of us in a say that he was of a different belief, different color. Let me say he was white to us as Zimbabweans. He was dynamic. He was different. Even his preaching was just different. Was our church. He is into, thus says the Spirit of the living God. Zang, zang. God is about to deliver you. So he was an outstanding. He was just in his own world. But I'm saying from us as a team yabva kuMhofu, yabva kuShumba, yabva kuNzou, anamakwira miti vakuya vachiti church yangu inonzi Kingdom Members, asi ndine ministry inonzi Passion Java Ministries. It became a wonder, it confusing people. But what people didn't understand was, church inongosveta mari chete. Pandakatanga church ndaitengesa furniture mudeni kuti ndisustain. Church inongodimanda mari, aibudise mari. But ministry inopinza mari. Kunyora kwemabhuku, uchitengesa mabhuku zvinoitwa ministry azvisvike muchechi. That's why Jesu akadzinga vanhu muchechi kuti baba vangu vamunzwai. Because church ivision yaMwari, but ministry ivision yangu. Saka mangu ndokwanisa kunyora mabhuku, ndokwanisa kutengesa matracksuit, ndokwanisa kutengesa. That man is the money that supports the church. It's like a bird flying with 2 wings. No bird can fly with 1 wing. That's why many churches were very powerful, but they closed because people did not have enough money to support the church. So Passion Java Ministry is established 2012. Kingdom TV is established 2012.
Where's church at the time? Where are you having church?
2012, I was in State Lottery, moving to HICC in 2012.
How were you affording that? Because the bill to just have church.
Zvakaitika zvinhu zvangu zvakaitika tingoti ilaki iri, masango iri, inyasha iri, ameno. Handindi kuunganirwa vai ma 1-on-1. Vanhu vakazowandisa. But ati kuti tikamurema hati vanhu vari serious. Because vamwe vazouya votanga ngobvunza zvinhu zvina musoro. Ngatiite $10 pamunhu. Mari idzodzo ndo dzatobhadhara rent kwaKweti complex. Yaidhura, muzaita mari $400 per service. Yes, awanika mari iyoyo. Saka tikati $10 mawandu akaita vanhu aka vari serious kana vari kana 100. Tatora $10 pa 100 tatobata mari inokava instruments and stuff. Hazina kuchinja. Pandakwidza ndaenda $20. Vanhu vakaramba vakawanda. Pandanopinda $50. Pandanopinda muwaya. Ndanda kutya kukwidza manje. Ndabva ndatiza vanhu chitungisa. Pandazogara kuma5 avenues. Ndakugara kuma-avenues manje. Tatakuita kuti munhu anobhuka a week before. Obva ataura nezvichemo zvake. Toselecta kuti vebarrenness nguva dzakati, vekusaona mabasa nguva dzakati, runyoka something wakadzi nguva dzakati. Vana problems tai divide. But anoti 3 wire. Vanhu vakaramba vakadai.
What?
Vanhu vakaramba vakadai. Saka kusiri mainly like kuti kubhadharisa vanhu. From me, the idea started because I need to cover the bills. Then the idea went up into, toda kuvhura TV toita set wanema. Zviri kutoita, mari yacho iri kutobuda. Zvinhu zviri kutoramba zvichiita. Then vakwanitointroducwa ima-partners. Saka tauda vanhu vanopartner nema-1,000, ma-500. Ndaitokwata pandaitaura maprice wa. Ona vanhu votomhanya because vanhu vaiappreciata kuti zvamungotiitira munhu waMwari zviri kuchinja life yedu. 1,000, chakati. Mari dzakutouya kalife kako. Ndakudaidzwa kuAmerica ke.
Before you cross over to that era, just come back a little bit in that era. 2012 is also where we started seeing a lot of people calling themselves prophets or changing titles to I'm now a prophet.
Musikuzi yaitika manje 2012 here.
Talk to me.
Magaya akangovhura hombe. Maprophets yacho kwakuna prophet Makandiyo, prophet Angel, chete. Inini of course ndaimake way for at my level. Papro Makandiyo bongo uya maposa akangounonamira pamusoro peedu akanzi back from scorn with free holy water. Munomboda zvirwisa baba. That time was zvaitika manje. Mwari ngaregerewa magaya. Vakatora ma-church members emunhu wese Mwari ngarekerwa magaya kubva kuvarungu unana Tom Dishew unana Tudha namakandiwa magaya akatora munhu wese neveanglican nemapostori
Free holy water.
holy water baba episa paTV vavanhu chirutsa chizvara chose rakabva rangosvika magaya muZimbabwe zvazikanzi back from scone free holy water night of turn around.
Wait, for context.
Mwari ngarekerwa magaya.
For context, Scorn is TB Joshua.
TB Joshua.
So,
ndore believe kwandozi mukuru remaprofita vanotobhadhara kubva kuno kuZimbabwe kuenda kuNigeria unobatsirwa.
And Magai at the time. Magai at the time is TB Joshua's spiritual son.
Atitori.
At the time. So everyone is
saka wese anga achiendoko kuSouth Africa achiendoko akuya padhuze kuBotswana akuya kuno Zambia akuya kunoko vese vemunomu vakuenda kubva vanhu vekun'anga vekumapostori vekumapendecostal vekumasalad kune macheche chisalad ka macheche chisalad vese everyone nemaminister anoziva kuti hande kun'anga ako kwaMagaya zicheche rangoti boom zautsinya ndakatoona Magaya malunch hour inini ndaita panonzi pana
Robert Mugabe.
Pana fourth Rolton something.
Rolton kumashuro.
Magaya akangoya bhaisa stage muground macho ini ndikuitira mukarumu. Munovura murwisa baba. Munomboda kuti haiwa ndezveching'anga zvakuita kuti haiwa uyu imbavha uyu haiwa uyu aite uyu uyu munhu aitengesa mafoni uyu munomboda kutsvagiridza nyaya wazongoona kuti patakundwa minister.
But at the time the prophetic movement is now marred by a lot of stories that have to do.
Vamagaya ndo vakuita kuti manje ka vamakandiwa naprofit enje wakaita kuti kunzi prophet kunzi kwakaoma because the level standard ravakaestablisha you can't afford it. Tafika masuti ma 2,000 pounds William Hunt Angelo Galasso 5,000 pounds
maitonza ukomana masuti
tuvatati mabodyguard tuti mazimota ndefamba Chrysler 300 ken C300 zimota reAmerican rakasvika kubva kuti mabodyguard amota 6 mberi machiri kufamba ukanolinda ubva buda kumana rwa masuti zvimaovhaovha achikuvhurira do saka kunzonzi prophet kwakwama Magaya akapfeka maslippers saka mapano nemanga wakatanga kuzvitoma maprophets everyone manje akuafoda kunzi prophet.
But Passion answered this. Like what you described about the bodyguards, the showmanship and everything.
The American church.
How much was that just for show and for because that also put a stick around
the Angel brought that already, but zvakanyotanga kuUEFI pane munhu akane Jackson rine ropa rine HIV achida kubaya vamakandiwa vakomana twetu ngofamba paside ainzi maasha mazvacho ndo vakatobuna bvatobata munhu varatozoonekwa nepolisi unzi munhu yaida se akada kubaya chi mukuru tovapa AIDS ndopakatoonekwa it's a very important part of security azvinongotanga zvonzi hazisi zvemasiyana zvodhura kazvezvo hakuna ntombozvida zvezvo.
You know why I'm saying that 2012 was so like because that started to happen, right?
Baba.
So everyone thought that for you pamba tioneka prophetic starter pack
ndosaka zvainetsa kunzunzi prophet but vamagaya vakauya vaifamba vari kainzi kaspatio kesilvers vovopfeka chihudhu nemasiripasi nekatrausi kekakiso vasingagere musoro chitaro mahekati kenyama munhu wese akabva afoda unzi prophet nemapostori akabva atangopfeka masutu dzemaprophets saka mafalse prophets akanga amaprophets vanhu vane mawater spirits vamaprophets divination guys amaprophets vanhu vasina church history vasina doctrine vakungomuka saka ngonzi prophet wakwanisa kudya
because era yanga yawanda magimmick
aiwa zvinozoitika manikuwatika yandatora kuti pane vanhu vanga vasina mafathers vanhu vanovadzora pakanotanishwa prophetic zvekudaro and the prophetic yakanova a challenge to the political powers because yanga yane manumbers anga asitakamboitwa nepolitical party makandiwa naProphet Angel vakanopinda munational sports pajudgment night
was
ikaita overflow overflow mbayazara mapurisa mbayazorova vanhu vanga vapanze kuti chidzokera kudzimba. Hakuna munhu anga akambounganidza zvikadaro, political party, church history, any kwakusati. Saka it became a threat, so it needed to be managed. Saka tangongoiswa tunyanyaya ngonzi venyu hapana nhasi pombonzwai, it became difficult. Maybe it was necessary.
2012 you start KTV, and KTV is following the mold of your Miracle TVs, Christ TVs, and all the televangelists, and it becomes
We may
sort of
say
like,
Miracle TV birthed all the TV channels. We might just say Miracle TV birthed all the channels.
right.
Mainly because we had no idea of TV channels and stuff.
So Hubert Angel is really a front runner in a lot of
He
things
did a lot
around
for
that
Zimbabwean
movement.
church prophetic movement, yeah.
Right.
A lot. We give him honor for that.
2012, you're now also a dad in that year.
End of 2012.
End of 2012.
My son is born.
How? And you name him Hubert.
It was just social media rumors that came out, and I accepted it. It wasn't
You
a bad
accepted
thing.
it?
It wasn't a bad thing.
I wanted to clarify that. Like, did you actually name your son Hubert?
My son was Passion Pierre Java. I did it on a birth certificate. I don't know how it came out on newspaper that Passion Java firstborn is Hubert Jr. So I'm thinking, how can he be Hubert Jr. when I'm Passion? But of course, let it be, because he's a father, right? Yeah, so I accepted.
How's your relationship with him at the time?
Oh, we're very close. I think the closest ever. Because at this point, 2010, I started my inter-D. 2011, it's moving. Then around October, Apostle Java releases me out of church to start my own. I refused to be released. I wanted to stay under him for life. I had no idea. I knew God had told me I'm going to start a church, but I was satisfied with that Saturday services. He released me to start the church 2011, October. I didn't preach October, November. I took all the instrument chairs that I had. I gave everything I had in my house. I said, God, I'm sowing a seed. If I'm going to start, I'll start from zero. I gave everything. Members, I directed them to go to different churches. Then 2012, 7 January, I established Kingdom Members Church. That's when I became more close to Prophet Angel. I called him Father. I traveled with him in different countries for his crusades. Papa, there's a testimony over here.
What's with the Papa thing around that time?
It was just a different name. It's like Roman it. Father means Vater. Vater means father. It's a Roman language. Vater is father. Or Pope means paps. Papa. In India, Pope. In another words. Kana uniti Papa kuchechi uniti Pope. So it's been there. But on my side, me independently, I established that people calling me Papa and kneeling down to me, because I had vanhu vechikuru vachiti izere mwana wangu mwana ndore mvura apo waizonamatwa nini manje. Saka psychological, if you call me Papa uchipfugama kuti munhu waMwari haukwanisi musumuka ubva wati ndichoerera mvura. So it really worked for about 2 years, until I was sitting in Meku's doing a deal, business deal. NemaIsraelites about Israel vanopfugama papa ndine varungu vatobudisa mari yakareba. Aenda China nanchada. But nhasi, I'm your prophet. You can call me your spiritual father or your pastor or prophet. And you fugamirwa and chakachakati. Based on the people I start connecting with, that I don't want them to see people kneeling in front of me. And now, when I started the HRCC, my focus was Borodale Brook. My flyers said went all there. If you check my videos on that time, I had white people coming there, HRCC. Saka that doctrine now, kuti munhu murungu anofungidzwa kuti ndiye colonizer. Kuzoona mwana wakachipfugama namukadzi wakachipfugamira inini ndokona kulusa vanhu vechechi. So I had to change it. But it was necessary.
2013 comes around for us as a country. It's an interesting year because it's an election year.
Yeah.
It's the deciding year out of the GNU.
Yeah.
Now, what were your thoughts around the GNU at the time?
zvanga zviri zvemadhimoni zvepolitics mazuva acho ndakadedzwa nawo mugabe ndonamatira sister yawo yairwara around that time 2012 2013 nekurwara ndadedzwa nzi ndivanamatira ndakaramba. It was supposed to be my first time kuenda kustate house zvanambototi takashaya mafather akatipa direction ndakaramba bo ndaitoti mapoliticians impava ndaitofunga kuti mapoliticians vanhu vemadhimoni.
But Passion, how so when at the time, as a family, you guys are married into power? Like Apostle B. Java is married to Changirai's daughter, R.I.P. Mbai. Yeah. How could you not rationalize that? I'm sure Apostle B. Java, your spiritual father, in a lot of ways, understood that.
No, tesena napostle takura maSons of God. Wase ndakadzingwa Sons of God. Ndakadzingwa when the prophet election in 2002. Ndakaprofita kuti Mugabe achawina. Kuchaya mari yepepo, kuchadyiwa chibage, ndasaziva kuti manhocho. Ndakaprofita detailed. Ndakanzi Mwari ataure politics muchechi. Ngabude munhu. Ndokudzingwa kwandakaita kumaSons of God. Vanhu vakazoshamisika zviro zvandakaprofita zvakuitika manje. Because Tsvangirai anga ari obvious kuti ari wina those days. Aidiwa nevanhu. Mapito achirira mared card. Baba adyiwa paya vanhu vaona mufana zvakati wacho kwauya manhuchu. Chibage chandaprofita chacha. Mari yepepo mbwaya $50 yepepo. Wow, ndakupisa. Vanhu vakubva kuchechi vachinditsvaga nemaelders akunditsvaga. I don't know if you understand. But kuti ndinasuti vanhu vepolitics vanogona kutoita politics uchienda church. Nandiri mufana. Tatitori brainwashed. Sons of God.
What are your thoughts around just politics and church and state? Is there
When
separation?
I grew up, what I learned to understand is that you can't ignore people that makes decision on your behalf. You be a fool to ignore politicians and politics when they have the power to make a decision on your behalf. You got to put your hands on, because everybody that was named a major prophet in the Bible is a prophet who walked with a king. They had that influence and impact to kings. So if the church don't have that influence and impact to the president, to the politicians, to our mayors, our councillors in our cities, church inoshaya land yekuvaka ine mari yekuvaka. Church inoonanza muchanamata mudzimba hakuchadiwa maonite. Church inongodecidirwa anything. So church must wake up and put their hands so that whoever is coming into power must have the real anointing from the church. Because kana mapolitician akasenda church anogona kuswera akuenda kusiriko.
But 2013 sort of vurika.
Ansat, the balance last.
The country is shifting because 2013 is so significant because we're coming out of GNU and it's the first election outside of that situation, and ZANU-PF wins with a landslide, right? For a lot of reasons during those 5 years. But that's what we're going through as a country. What's going on in your life in 2013? Because you had started traveling now.
2013 ndokupisa. Ndine KTV. Ndine varungu vari kuflya vachiuya every week.
Chechi irimo muna first.
Kuzondiona. Ndine cheche kuti ndakati hamuise maketeni apavharwa apo. Kuti mota dzese dzekupfuura muna Samora man. Ndandikona first naSamora. Mota dzese dzinofanira kundiona ndakachena wangu. Ndakarwa smart. Kanda kunopedza ndanga yangu kudonhedza vanhu ndakaisa vanhu vakadonha. Ndakatsvaga madhimoni fire apa muri kudrive munopinda chete. Ndiri kupisa. Life iri kufamba. Ndadedzwa kuAmerica 2030.
What was your first invitation to the States?
Raphael Grant in Atlanta, Georgia. He calls my phone. I see American number. Daira phone yanga iri paTV nerimwe voice. Kana ari munhu ane musoro ndo anamuti hold on for the prophet. Kana asino nawomusiya. Phone iro ndakanzi, my name is Prophet Raphael Grant. I'm calling from Eagles Chapel Church. I want to invite the prophet to come and preach in my church. I said, where's your church, sir? He said, in America. I said, where in America? Atlanta, Georgia. Hold on for the prophet. Ndahambisa phone pastor. Zvesvo zvaitaurwa naMwari zvaakuzonoitika. Hello, how are you? This is Prophet Pastor. I'll check my diary and I'll get back to you. Is this your number? All right. If I don't get back to you, my PA will get back to you tomorrow. Cut. Ndapinda. NdezvekuAmerica wangu. Ndakufonera naposo. ZvekuAmerica zvaita. Ndakufonera mabhazi mamwe nikakuvhaira futi at the same time, but I don't want to lie to you.
Why was America the dream for ministers at the time?
Imagine kuti ndine 13 years ndaprofita kunzi uchanopadza kuAmerica. Asazvaitika for like 10 years.
No, but for a lot of preachers and ministers, America is like
America ipindike baba. Munhu wese ande UK maza. Munhu wese aende kuAmerica. Munhu wese anoenda kana kuJapan kwete kuAmerica. Vangani maZimbabwe namunoziva nechechi kuAmerica. Aiendeke. Apa ndikudedzwa naparidza muchechi. Baba ndakwereta sutu. Kuti masutu angu akwane 7, anga 7-day conference.
You're preaching for all the 7 days?
Yeah. Ndakazi 3 ndakati make them 7. Kwa ndadana sono establish kuAmerica. Ndamunza kuti bring all pastors to come. Kwa ndazati ndakangorwa mapastor ese achandedzawo.
What was the lesson there?
Ndakadzidza zvakawanda baba. Ndichibva kunoku ndakabva ndakarwa sutu kuenda kuAmerica baba. It was about 23-hour flight. Nokanga ina Amsterdam was flying there. Baba wakarwa sutu nezibhutsi rimwe zi4 corner rinezi gold silver mberi.
What do you mean economy?
Lesson number 1.
Class?
Not economy. Ndakati prophet flies business class. So you can send the money and understand from my kutenga economy. Tora change. Eka. Andrukura ndimfana. Baba, ndapina Amsterdam. Nezisutu rangu. Ndadedzwa nepolice yepa immigration. Ndikuvunza inokuziva Zimbabwe you can't look eye to eye. It's like rude in Zimbabwe. Saka ndikuvunza maquestion ndikutara machitariso. Kutarisa. And so I'm programmed as a Zimbabwean to not look into your eyes, but they want you to look in your eye. I thought I know when you talk with these people, you have to like do eye contact. Number 2, ndatanga kuvunzwa mvunzo singapinduruke mandatorwa naendwa nini baba ndakanosearch kwa body yese mukati umu unoscanwa unza unozvaona zviri ndasheka ndapinda mudege ndafly ndichinolenda paAtlanta service kuti wana 7 manero ndalenda na 3 baba ndakanoiswa mukaroom yatorwa naofficer wemapassport apo andifamba neni vaneswa mukaroom ndagara mukaroom ndakaita 4-5 hours ndirimo kuchiwa mumwe unobvunza ndeti wenge mbava baba ndichibva papa na pastor nasi unozorora chichi then ndakati let's go straight to church. Ndaitotsva ndonzwa sorakidza Mwari kuAmerica. Baba first service ndakapinda, if you check it on YouTube. Ndakaprofita mukadzi angarimo zita rabamnini vake. Munin'ina wemurume wake ari kuVirginia. Ndakaprofita phone number. Hit riripo manje. Zvinoita Mwari. Pakadai rakati waziya senhamba indabva kuitenga nhasi masikati. Svikanzi prophet vari muno muvandudza phone number yako. Vakati you are going to Damsway Friday. Une event yakati. You should cancel it. Abva rara pasi. Ari kuVirginia. Ndasanamboziva inonzi Virginia. Rara pasi baba pinda nemhuri yake is a multi-millionaire. That guy, God bless him. Pinda mundege, pinda muAtlanta mangwana vauya. He wrote me a check of $300,000. My first check. First 300,000. Nobody got one with it.
For context, in the US, they use the check system.
Bank account manje mo.
To catch the check.
Kono kwacho mahani. Apa ndakandaforirwa Bank of America na Rafael Grant. We cashed it. Netumati shoma tuwawewe na cash. Ndakutofona Zimbabwe. Mana pane mari yakati. Ndikuchika manje mari. Ndikufunduka. mari. Pedza 7 days ndabata tumari tunenge tune musoro ndakunetseka nakutransfer ndazonotenga imba Borodebrook.
So from the one trip you bought a house in Borodebrook?
Baba, ndane over 20 my invitations from that one trip.
Mapastors auya.
Baba, nevamwe vasina kuuya ndozambira ndakaita ndakanzi anoparidza weza vanhu vakawanda vaenda kuAmerica vaingonoprofita but vasingagonoparidza ngori Uganda vakawanda vaigonoparidza vasingagonoprofita ndaita zvese.
And stylistically, I remember at the time you preached. Stylistically, you preached like Noel Jones.
Of course, I saw Noel Jones Mega Fest 2004. I never was gonna be a preacher. Never. I used to preach against preachers. My sermon was one for 5 minutes. Why should people come and hear what Moses did, what Daniel did? Why should we come and tell people stories of the Bible when they can read by themselves the Bible? It's time for power. Ngatinzwe zvitaura Mwari kwete zvitaura mufundisi. Ndonatanga kuprofita. Nekuhila vanhu customer demo. 2004 Daystar live Bishop Noel Jones. He killed it. I've never had such preaching even up to date.
Megafest is Bishop T.D. Jakes'.
It was Jackson Jones conference.
Jackson Jones.
2004.
Jones.
Baba, ndobva ndarova. Prayer ndakati Mwari ndarependa ndadawa a preacher. But the only way I could preach was to go famba netsuka kubva ku-H kuchitungisa kuenda unonzi ku-B kune mufesa inzi Chuck. Ndianga netuma DVD yaNoel Jones. Saka ndainotora DVD ndo ndakopa word to word nezvemawords aEnglish asingazivi. The outward punctitude of the what
And
in the
that's his style. He's very verbose. He's very verbose, yeah.
Ndozoprofita. Then I started growing the art of preaching. Of course, Apostle Java helped me a lot. Now ndakuAmerica ndakunoita chinoel Jones muAmerica macho. Ndakuti mamessage aya na Apostle Java nyingam. Ndowedzera ndochino rock states kundowa ndaita mbiri unza preaching yakaipa. And then
so when you got those 20 invitations,
yeah,
America just opens up.
Listen what happened. The biggest invitation there was me sharing a pulpit with Noel Jones. You can Google the poster there. Ndofana kuenda pa same stage na Bishop Noel Jones. Baba. Ndobva ndafonera preacher wacho angati invite ndakati no. You don't need to pay my ticket, you don't need to pay for my team and stuff. That time ndanda family team. You just connect me with Bishop Noel Jones and I'll take care of my own stuff. Pavuma. Fandisa pafona Bishop Noel Jones. Ndobva ndaforofita mari yanga iri muhomwe. Hans, I have never believed in the prophetic. But what you just said is on point. It's spot on. Who are you? Who are you? Give him my number. I need this man. Baba akati ngachachema. But papa takufonana Noel Jones. It's 2013 and kufonera. Iye ndakundifonera. Ndana kuti munhu isikama. Ndakajutwa bana. Noel Jones anifonera inini mawanawo.
Muchitaura nyaya.
Inini. It's to make a sense. But Mwari angangondifavor.
Oh, what's it there? Pause a second. There was also a trend around that time of people who were now starting to have. So, for example, Magaya would say TB Joshua is.
Joshua.
Prophet Makandi was saying Boateng. Zimbabwe, as if they had no.
We ignored our fathers. That was our error. We ignored the fathers that would have helped us here. At least we should have just made them mentors. If we thought we were international and we needed international fathers, I think, I might be wrong, stand to be corrected, but I think we should have connected with the fathers. And I know they would have given us the better direction and better foundation. But Baba Noel Jones.
I was about to say, you even started saying Noel Jones is your spiritual father. But also at the time, how's your relationship with Hubert Angel?
It's been good. It's been sweet. But the transition, 2013 to 2014, was I'm losing everything in my life. My family, I gave my cars, I gave my house to God. Like apa imba, mareser my account, motor, ndasara ni suit wanenga ndakapika.
What do you mean?
I gave. I felt like I'm starting a new life. I just need to.
So you gave away the house in the Brook?
Yeah. Everything I had, I gave everything. I'm left with me and the clothes I'm wearing.
What's your relationship with the missus? What's the missus saying around this time? Because
Ndaumesera mwana ndapazvinzvese. I bring struggle. I feel bad. 2014, I'm moving into divorce. I'm leaving Apostle Java. Not really leaving as I'm leaving, but I'm disconnecting myself from everyone. I had this relationship with Paul Makandi at that time. I'm disconnecting Paul Makandi, Prophet Angel, Apostle Java, everyone.
2014, you even start neglecting the local church.
Wow, English. At this time, days were Bahamas, days were Jamaica, days were everywhere. And uku kunobhadharwa preacher, kunobhadhira Mwari. Uku unotobhadharwa, unotosaina contract. Obhadharwa. Mazuva enda kuchacha 20,000 per trip. Yaunosenda inonzi yekuloka debt. Ukarichinja idzoke, non-refundable. Then kana wasvika ikoko mari inenge yazongopiwa nevanhu half. Ndo culture ikoko.
Honorarium.
Ndiwezopaiza zvichitongisa pakadaro. You help me understand. I'm just 24 at this time.
Oh, confused, man.
I'm around 24, 25 years. I think 2014, I was 25.
So what really short-circuited between you and Yasmin?
Just private life. But really, there was nothing. It was just me lacking maturity on my end. I can't say foolish, but there was no maturity enough. And the father figure local who could give me direction to stay rooted.
Can you actually speak on the concept of fatherhood? Because even the kids who are growing up, whether it's in the music business, in business, anywhere in Zimbabwe, people seem to ignore fathers or people who came before them.
The only problem with Zimbabweans is our forefathers. Chavaigona kurowa, kuranga mwana. Kwete kubuilda mwana to become someone in the future. Saka our mindset was programmed kuti munhu anonzi baba munhu anokurowa. I don't know if you understand. Saka munhu akazoti hey kana kukurowa kana kuuya akatsamwa zviya disrespect. I don't know if you understand.
I understand.
It became also a culture of church. Munhu kuti father kana nechari kubenefit. Even up to now, all these young pastors, if they call you father, it's because of your name, the doors you have, what you can do, the platforms you can give them. But there's no genuine heart that says, I need someone who can take me to another level, someone I'm going to listen to, someone who can build me, who can mold me and direct me. Yeah, it's rare for Zimbabweans to be loyal. It's rare.
You've also worked in entertainment and music.
2014.
Is that also a thing that people don't have mentorship? They don't have people they look up to?
90% of so-called artists, they don't have a physical father. So they don't know the role of a father in their life. So when you try to mentor them or father them, they're excited by the dollar you're putting into their career. That's why they will not respect it. Because to them, they just want to blow, but they don't want to be built enough to maintain a level when they blow. The real message of an artist should be hard work. Not anybody pushing stuff on them. No record label is going to develop an artist and build him and record him and push him and do everything while he's comatose. Artist, you have to have a game plan by himself. Then in his hard work, need a father who can give him direction and boost him to another level. But it's the opposite in Zimbabwe. Very opposite.
So 2014, you're heading...
That is a Bishop Noel Jones.
No. We're getting that. That's October.
Yes.
Yeah, that's October. Where?
January,
February.
Yes.
Yeah. Your life, you're saying...
America.
America is popping, but locally, like...
I'm neglecting everything. because I know I'm heading for a separation that's leading to divorce. I don't want to hurt anybody in the process. I don't want to drag anybody with me in the process.
But aren't you thinking about the brand, about the church, about all these things?
I have a pastor to cover the ground for me. I have a pastor I've authorized, ordained, anointed. I have elders in the church I have put in place. I have leaders that are going to take care of it. So I can abandon my Zimbabwe and be in America for 2 months. Everything is covered.
And at the time, the person at the helm in the local church is Israel.
Israel.
Yes.
You're on point.
How was your relationship with Israel? How did you guys meet?
Oh, all my guys that you see around me, and from that time, this time, we all kids growing up together. It was a neighborhood of fun guys. Taenda kushiri tese, tanovhima tsuro tese, taenda kumbagu tese, taitamba mahombwe tese. When I met Jesus 2009, I preached to everyone who was around me. And people gave their lives to Jesus. And those that never gave themselves to Jesus, I disconnected with them. Saka Israel gararene kuseri. And the other ones that you see and Lashan and stuff, I got in the same neighborhood. So we are all growing up together. We go to the same school together. Ndatanga scripture union yepasegetuai. Ndikuparidza paassembly, ndikufamba door to door mumaclassrooms, ndichiparidza recruiting. Tabanwa paipa nekudonhedza vana nokubudisa madhimoni vana vechikoro. Saka takuendesa kusango, takapedza chikoro na12. 1 o'clock tiri kusango tikunamata kwaenda futi vakasviba uko kusvika ndazorepoterwa kuna headmaster Mr. Mapranga. Ndafana ndapiwa warning yekunzi wakudzingwa chikoro, kwaramba uchinamatisa vana. Ndokwandiri kubvana naIsrael. Ndazotanga ndaenda kuSouth 2009 ndadzoka ndanotanga naIsrael yawo. Ndakubuda kwaApostle Java kwandareleaswa paya ndakanosiya vanhu vese ndabuda naIsrael ari 1. Vamwe vese ndasiya. Vese vapana vangu nanhu vangu veto vaApostle Java vangu vese zvapana zvangu zvasara ndabuda naIsrael.
Why Israel?
It has been just a bond. God already prophesied from years ago where he was going to take us together. To build a Bible.
So Israel is holding fort to Zimbabwe.
He's holding
whilst you are
in America.
2014, a poster comes out. Noel Jones is coming to Zimbabwe.
It was a delayed poster simply because when I was talking to Noel Jones, I said, this guy is a scammer. How can Bishop Noel Jones call me? How can he spend an hour with me on the phone? Of course, he's teaching me how to preach, but I think this guy is a preacher as well. But the confusion is not asking me for money. Let me test him. And that, Bishop, can you come to my church and preach for me in Zimbabwe? And how much will you charge? He said, I'm not going to charge you anything. You're my friend. You're my friend. Give me the dates, I'll come. But not this month. Maybe October, November, or December. I'll be free around that time. This guy's a scammer.
This is the Noel Jones.
I'm in August. September, nobody's in Maryland. First time I landed in Maryland, I'm preaching. I received a call from Noel Jones. Hey, in America, why you not coming to my house? I said, I can come. Where's your house? I check, California, and go Nigeria, you go from here. The phone the big, it's far. I thought it was close. I could have come. That wasn't that way now. But no, don't worry. Friday, I'm coming to New York City. I've paid the conference on Sunday. So I had to wait Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then drive Maryland to New York.
Yeah.
And I drove. Then I met
DC
him in person,
What kind of person is Bishop Noel Jones at the time when you meet him?
He's a free person. He's full of love. He cares. You know, that father you always wish for. I'm overwhelmed. I have my camera crew. Varungu. Jgara akasvika muna mapicha. Mapicha baba. Asitomboamisa nezamameni susemisa. Asitomboamisa aritopoza nini. Zvinzi kutofamba. Let's do a video for the conference in Zimbabwe.
Because he did 2 videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're on point. It's like you were there. Boom. Hello, this is Bishop Noel Jones. I'm coming to Zimbabwe. I'll be with my friend, Passion. You know. That statement was popping in Zimbabwe so fast, so I made him to say "Zviri kufire" at City Sports
What are
Center.
the dates again?
Yeah,
what are the
you
dates
watched
again?
it. So we are left with 3 weeks now to do the conference. That's when I have confirmed this camp. Now send around my video, my picture, ita poster. Venue tai announce apa but atisati tawana venue. Vanhu vaenda venue tani munonyora tsamba yozoenda kunongo hatakazombokiyakiya connection chibwa tawana venue. Handikutaura hangu politics but pane church yakabva yandipromise kuti hanoshandisa mainstrument edu nestage yedu nechichi musabvise tiri 1. Zuva reconference haina kana kubatidza mainstruments.
Aiwa, there's only one church.
Aiwa, hatidi kutaura mazita.
Let me tell you, let me give you context at the time. Let me give you context. Lean back.
Aiwa, I used to be a Kobora guy. I used to write a podcast of Kobora.
No, but this is, we're telling a story.
Yes.
We're telling a story.
Yes.
At the time, UFIC is using City Sports Center.
Saka service yedu Saturday tikapedza manheru midnight. Totangobvisa zvinhu zvedu wotanga kuisa zvavo Sunday service yavo haipinda. Saka tapiwa mahara.
But they actually had everything fixed in City Sports. That's how much they were using the City Sports.
Saka vatipa mahara. Tapiwa, it's a blessing. But vanoungana makiu panze vadopinda. Hapasi kubatidzwa zvinhu zvikunzi padiwa directive inobva kuna ningi.
Ningi can't get.
Ndinomboshaudha. Ina ndikwidzezwe bandowasamudza maweather ase right. Ndakazongoenda pafoni ndakataura mashoko anga asiriwo so. Malights vazobazi na 8 p.m. baba.
Vanhu vakamira panze.
Wanga kutobaya padera. Instrument abatidzwa baba. And that Bishop Noel Jones is late. So I tweeted on when the church me mongo rock closing yenye ngoti touch your neighbor. I was no, I don't want to rob people. I don't want to rob people. People need something to go back home with. Yeah. That we would check our time baba. Baba no
10
Jones
p.m.
akafamba.
11 p.m.
Akarowa. Kapedza midnight. Akarowa.
Makazara.
Tinozozadza kuti mba, of course mama akazara but akarowa. Second day taenda zvakazinopa zvinazoputika man. Bishop Judah Bismarck vauyawo, mukadzi wauya, mapastors auya, vanhu vakubhiliva zviri kuitika. From there, that's 29 October, and also was Zimbabwe foot.
Right.
Because Ali Papa got a mistake, but when you come to America, I want you to come and preach in my church. My house is your house. It's still mine, but it's also your house.
No.
My car is your car. Oh!
Now, 2014, take me to Maryland, Baltimore. Because something interesting happens in Maryland, Baltimore when you're preaching.
That's 2015.
It's 2015?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't Darabaya did it. And even about 1 week in Lim. I'm preaching in Atlanta and can I pass by California? And when you come preach in my church. Are you sure you can come to California? Come and preach in my church. Ndokona live yao. Ini vanhu 5,000 varikuona vaita malive pawebsite. Ndakanotenga suit mu California. Ndanopikwa naDrevor Jones. Ndapinda mu5 story house yake yaya. Ndikutora mapicture ndikuvhunduka ndoona vanzi feel free. My house is your house. Ndakutora mavideo baba. Paanenge akagara achitora mavideo ake paya ndakusenda kuZimbabwe ndakuvhaira paya kuti ndazonobata mic muchechi Noel Jones. Wangu nzara yakakosha. Muna nenzara ngawani. Baba roera ndakaita shuku. Ndichipedza ndakatanga kurwa prophecy. Ndakazongobhaiza kawani. Ndakangoprofita I'm seeing a Jura war. Ndazoziva kuti ichi war. It's a war. Jura war itoriwo brand rekuZimbabwe siko. Vanhu vakurwa neconfusion. Ndakuti ndatadza prophecy man. ndakati your house is just close to the robots. Kuamerica hasina robots.
Traffic lights.
Traffic lights. English dzasiyana. But zvakanobuda baba, makaita noise. Titi Jacks afonera Jones, who is that boy? Noel Jones auninyebera. Titi Jacks aona service yangu inini. Who is that boy? You can go and die. That boy can replace you. Noel Jones aunyeba. Akuta Titi Jacks auti nini kwasa replace Jones inini? It 2014 ndakunopera. Ndabva ikoko ndatanga kuparidza. Ndangoti street after street. Handadzoka kuAfrica. Ndaenda kundadedzwa kunono senda mari.
But at home you're also starting now to have, because we cross over now to 2015. Your local church, because you're not there.
A church haichafanana.
It's not the same.
Simply because there are three types of people in the church.
Right.
There are people that comes to your church because they say, who is preaching? Then there are people that comes by saying, how is he preaching? Then there are people that says, what is he saying? These ones are the most intelligent group. These ones will stay because they don't care who and how. They just want the message.
They just care Christ is preached.
Prophet wa October. Preaching yangu ya Israel yasiyana. He's a powerful preacher, but my preaching is different from his preaching. So akuchinja manambers akudona. Mari kunoku yaya kusasina TV aichaita. TV yambovhara ndadzoka ndabhadhara yavhurwa futi.
2015 is where you started having issues in KTV.
Yavharwa building iyo yapapa taisabhadhara tinobhadhara for about 8 months. Mahovhe tanga akatorera old mushobha iginya. Saka isakazozvibata tabhadhara about 4-5 months. Vakomana vanofona ndo kuAmerica. Vanhu panapa mabuilding vari kuti kubhadhara kumahovhe. Ndakati mudara wangu anga ari muhovhe musabhadhara. Saka taroma 8 months tisingabhadhari.
You were evicted.
Baba ndakatongoti wiki randawa ndakatenga ndakamirirwa wiki randalenda ndokuenda kunoparidza zvimainstruments zvakakandwa panze. Next week yacho KTV iri kuuya neswereti kuuya kuzotora zvinhu.
37K.
Only 37,000.
37K.
Ini ndakabva ndatoona zvetu ndibhadhare mari nezvimainstruments zvimacheya zvatorwa ngazvibalance ndochengeta muchi cash. Apa TV hasina power zvokudaro. Apa ndakumuvha in the States nchaidi TV.
So you'd already decided you were going to move to the States?
Yeah. I'm now on the Word Network.
Was your divorce final at the time? 2015?
It's still pending.
It's still pending?
It's pending.
But 2015, Maryland, Baltimore, what happens? Take me to the conference.
Banonetsa. But get to it rapinda. They will wait to say. Get to it rapinda, Rim America. Mr. Shava, Pangamai, then Pangamai. Hey. Napinda baba. Mota dzandai drive states wangu. Imba dzandai renta dzacho. Ndapata 10,000 per month. Ngorenta den. Ikanaka.
Where were you staying in the States?
At that time, in Houston.
Houston is nice.
Ndatanga Texas, Houston, chechi ndababa nemachechi ese vanhu vese vauya kwangu. Mapasitors ndaundoona. Ndakabhanwa kuAmerica unoziva. Ndakaiswa red flag 10 years upinda muAmerica. Mapasitors aya akanoungana kuHouston ati mufana ati dzvanyire. Indamuona mapicture angu, I think you have been checking church. I was filling 500 seater in 4 months. Vanhu machechi acho mundarua preaching ndarua prophet ndabuditsa mademon. Natanga kudedzana achitiza machechi acho mapasa banofona kuimmigration. Zvanza kutengesa hupfu andotora zita racho. Anza anotengesa hupfu.
Cocaine.
Obva uya nawo di. Skenini mai ndakudrive Lambo. Ndauya mai ndiripachi ndiripa airport.
You had made so much money at the time.
Wangu. Ndakutaurira ndakazomira sezvokutamarirwa ndandakutora. America ukaudza it's a culture. Check any prophet of America. Andokudza kuti sow a seed of 200,000. Vanotobudisa easy. Sow a seed of 1 million. Vanotobudisa. Sana ndamuculture yawo ena. Ndakuita zveculture yawo. You want me to prophesy? How much seed here? No, but she putting it. Write it, put it up. And profit. Kuno kutungorwa mahara
66.
ukumayongorwa na 10 minutes kamunhu atobo. Baba. Trip apa tafamba. Ndanoparidza kuBahamas. Ndakudzoka muAmerica ndinobata Sunday service yangu. Immigration banditi, what type of a car you drive? Ndakati Lamborghini. How much did you buy this car in the town? So what business do you have to buy this type of cars? I'm not a businessman, I'm a preacher, I'm a prophet. Go. Sorry, we can't allow you to enter America at this point. Why? Handikuzwa yacho ndiye. Handikuzwa une mabasa arwisa. Dzokera Bahamas. Ndagara Bahamas 6 months.
What?
I was at the Atlantis, Bahamas for 6 months.
Bahamas is the country where one of my favorite preachers of all time come from.
And it?
Miles Monroe, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Pastor
from
Miles
Bahamas,
Monroe.
yeah.
I was in his church twice. I preached in his church as well.
Are you kidding me?
I'm going I don't know many churches I preached in Bahamas. In Freeport, in Nassau, in different. I preached in many churches.
You're in Bahamas for 6 months.
I'm in 6 months.
But you have also so much money that you can do it.
I'm staying at the Atlantis. Kana ukaenda to my room to ordinary, that's $200 a day. Yandogara is sweet. That turns up in America. That was the 6 months I stopped in the lawyer about information. Pastors reported you. They said, "What is your no die? I think it's jealous and stuff." That Dilana congresswoman Koko Wangandri connected to a town Pinza Sharam.
This is 2015.
Bishop Noel Jones told us on Bad into America.
How?
Hey, that man is powerful. Remember, Bill Clinton used to go to his church, and Wesley Snipes his church. Vekusungwana P. Diddy. Ukanzwa P. Diddy ashitara pa video. He goes to Noel Jones' church and stuff. And Jay-Z, when they go to his church when they're in California. He's a big man. He's well connected. He made some free calls. That ban was removed. Wangu ndakanoti ndichibva mutravisa pembasi yange chiri muna chitepo andauno ndakaudza ndakangochibuda ndatofona ndikuda next flight kuenda kuAmerica. I want to go to Maryland. Paonoenda kuNew York pandatopinda iyo ndapinda muDubai ndati Maryland yaenda futi namene kwaenda nako futi kwakabaya pinda.
And the people are still calling, they're still asking for you.
My invitation is that the man of God is in prayer. You'll be available to come and preach after a year. Baba takavadzokera vese vava. I don't want to lie, but I made money. Because the locking fee those days was 20,000. Called many people. So it was week after week. So vese vakabata within 3 days. My 20,000. Dzichiuya. Ndapinda muAmerica ndakutanga kuita noise. Ndane my sons. If you knew of Joshua Holmes, he's making waves after Manasseh Jordan and Brian Khan. Joshua Holmes, my son. Prophet Morris, Adpa TBN, my son. Men.
And TBN is
it was the biggest.
It's the maker of television.
It was the church.
Yeah.
It was the way you can find church with full capacity. Morris is there. He's going to Seedroth, something supernatural. He is big. Oh, my sons are versatile to Java. Vaita zvoveito but kune mukuru wedu anonzi Java. And a prophetess Jasmine varimo vari kuchemba mukuru wedu Java. Ndazouya man. Ndabhadhara mari pa The Word Network every Tuesday.
How much was it at the time? Because space was...
They have only 30 minutes a week. But we have done hundreds of thousands of dollars. But you get my benefits. Was it in the Roba Mananda with 5,000 one-on-one? Nanda
from
I think that in the language some prophets, necessary preaching, when there's that and I'm preaching. And then like 10 minutes. No. Hello, this is Prophet Passion. I am challenging you to register at my website for one-on-one session with me. 5 minutes to 10 minutes will change your life. I want to tell you what God is saying.
In the way to 10 minutes, we get chamboko.
Baba, go your website and will crash on my first days. unati register
This is 2015.
2017.
No, but come
Sanda
back.
jamba.
Come back.
Yes.
Well, why were you doing that to me? Come back to 2015. 2015 is so significant. A reason why I kept coming back to the conference in Maryland, because you meet someone important around that time.
No, I met the prophetess in 2015. 2015 I met, but the prophetess is just one of my students that I'm grooming into preaching, prophesying. Already the calling is there, the preaching is there, the prophetic is there, but I am developing it to be better. I'm adding the skill in it, the humility in it, the character of a prophet in it. I'm establishing classes with so-called sons and daughters that I'm grooming in America at that time. The challenge comes in when I go preach in Florida. For take and ignore the crowd and say, First Lady City. And imbama manje, yay! So I thought sometimes it would come. But, and I ngoti nchakugara ndiri tsvimbo rumwe zvikandaro. And it's kombero tsvimbo rumwe something like
that. In the time,
Bishop Noel Jones. Bishop Noel Jones wane 40 years. Vangori mwini. Ari ega.
To start off air.
Yeah, and we inspire futhi. Never again. Never. But that thought is coming. But ndikuona chi. But character is good. The lifestyle is good. Nakanaka. Ndakudzidzisa vanhu kuwacha. Ndakudzidzisa vanhu kuaina. Munhu ari kutogona. Umopa. Po. Inini ndinoda kurohwa zvawo. Ndakazongoti January 2016. Andatongoti ngatidanane kana kutika. Ndangoona ndafunga kuti tiite muchato. What do you think?
Are you serious?
Ndozvandakatotwera. Ndakatoti, are you serious? Ndakati, yeah, I was thinking, kuna kuita muchato Jamaica. Naroone confusion.
Why Jamaica?
Asenda kupinda muAmerica. Kuti tuye kuno kuAfrica kuri kupisa futi.
KuAfrica kuAfrica kupisa.
Atiji kuJamaica. And Jamaica, remember church kwangu. Isen Boat ari kuya church. Fraser ari kuya church. Green ari kuya church.
Morris Green.
My TV stars are kuya church. I'm the headline in Jamaica. The prophet the next president of Jamaica. The age of my interviews are no peace is ainzani komdaro yakangana. The age wa yekazotrina ndichitaura kuti I stand next to the president house and stuff. Ndikupisa ku Jamaica. So I'm going to have everything for free. Because I have people with cars. You name all sorts of cars. I have big houses. There are people with big houses in the mountains, in the hills, everywhere there. So if I'm going to do a wedding, I'm just going to go to that church. It's a beautiful church. We do ABCD ceremony and stuff. We go to that house, we do a party.
The conversation,
the decoration
over the phone.
No, take to Dubai that time with the whole team.
Then you can't get into the States. At the time, don't tell me Bahamas. You're in the Caribbean.
I'm in the Caribbean.
You're in the Caribbean.
I preached in Barbados, in Trinidad, and Tobago. You name all the islands, including Cuba, which you can't preach. I'm preaching in Cuba. I mean, all those places.
You're riding high.
Colombia. I mean, everywhere. But Jamaica is the hottest. I'm something they never seen.
Plus, Jamaica yakafanana areas.
Of course. Area irivamsoro. Mabanda ndikusadza stadium ku Jamaica.
Right.
I bring the idea. Munarone confusion. Anza amera ndimbonofunga. Ana ngoti no, let's skip it. I don't know. All right.
Skipa. Nduguya joke down.
All right, but njamota na bereka. Bereka kuna zvada.
Hata kuna zvada?
Babuya diri. Ndansanda naso pedza kamapepa aya.
Parupisa.
and ichiri loki hapana muna kuzazviite azviita we know kuti mufano uyu ari wanopisa mufano ane mari mufano ane macrowd and stuff, but that's not the way. Beba richingobuda ndakanorodwa picture ndakanosenda beba richinoenda ndaamunhu akabaya ndopa wakazoota atambogara pasina imiti
timonzi kuti
last week yaJune ndafly vanhu vese mbva vauya kwauya ari 6
Jamaica
Jamaica from DC mbva vauya mbatagara pasi vanhu vaonesa aindotaureni mbva wabelieve zvikanzi uda tarini ndati next week. Zikanzi let me help you nemudara
but
culture yedu isusu tinoita week rese tinoudza vanhu a year before vanhu vanonotora maleave tatinowanzitomboda rinzvombo ndangoda kuti mushama wangoita zvinobereka wangu tongoita zvihombe zvitozoita leta
ndosvika leta pakazoitwa
because I had promised,
right,
and I can't live a lie. So ndabva vatozotoona ndingachitombogare panodzokera matiketi aya vatotomarasa anga ari kudzokera moms ndakumbodaidai zvika ndikumbura mumwe what did you will moms mbuyai kuno kuJamaica ndikuzadza ndakuconfuse nyaya yekuti vabvuma moms vabvuma prophet hopa handidi visa vamwe vada mavisa zvikunetsa moms vari kupisa kandiseneta and stuff saka vanongoita zvinhu zvavo fast vanhu vauya ilimu chaputika zvaendwa zvapera a month later
features reareas ranga risati rasettled
ini nangu ndokonomanager zvangu I'm a good person and I always appreciate people and I never dishonor people. My people are always my people. Even wanoporonga I give them time. Poronga, let me not talk to him for 3 months or 6 months. Then after that, nothing ever happened. We reconnect. If you are my person, we are persons for life. My relationship can disconnect with you only because it's from your end, not my end. That's just me.
2016 is such a significant year in your evolution. Here's why I say that. I think 2016 is where we start to see you shift from just being
the
prophet to becoming hyphenate and to start placing yourself within pop culture.
America gave me that culture that it's not only about pulpit. I'm seeing Jamal Bryant is leading Black Lives Matter. I'm seeing my preachers eko mamwe acho magay but kutozara vanhu 5,000 muchechi megay. So you can actually be yourself, not gay though, but you can actually be yourself and preach the gospel. Ndakanodzoka kuZimbabwe music yangu yaya ndaibva kuchikoro 2003 ndaenda kuChamhembe tonopuya marisitsi edu epayment ana Jiji kuChamhembe topinda mukarumu ngepaleft apa tonana roki vachirekodha toita sei toenda kuchikoro tononyebera vanhu tanyorera roki song yozobuda unototi ichokwadi and stuff saka desire yake music ndadzoka ndanotsvaka fizo wangu because take fizo ndakazomutendeo saka 2010 ndaparidzira take 5 abva arasa chitudio chaicha azarwa namweya mutsvene takutonamata tese pana Robson Manyika apa ndadzoka ndamutsvaga fizo ari kubatika ngatovhure Passion Java Records fizo the first Passion Java Records.
The reason why I say it's because of Passion Java Records, but also at the time because you are now married again. You are now like it becomes more of you become almost like a celebrity pastor.
Mainly because I had a lifestyle. I came and introduced lifestyle, which pastor did not have.
You almost become a celebrity pastor.
My pastors are hidden. Remember on that time, ndikuita birthday rangu week race. Ndovarisa first street yese. ndosadza vanhu mamia ndopa makeke mapizza machindo tita munhu wese second day tiri mumikuzi
You have something in
tosadza
common with
mabusiness people ese ouya nachief for cake and the likes they are there then tobva tene kubrook tonorwa kuti mwezi party tu so ndopandakatanga ningi yangu najenimbi jenimbi aitwa mapata ake vangari all white but ndaziva nerimwe level rekuti ndaita madays but of course ndaingozviita without competition and stuff saka but newspaper ndo rakatanga kuti isa pasame place ningi akundwa naningi ningi and stuff.
That's a little bit later, but take me back to 2016. Shape your world for me in 2016. What's happening?
2016 bhani yangu yekuamerica yabviswa ndafanira kudzokerawo pakuno chifanira kuratidza vanhu kuti ndichiriko bcause vanhu vafunza kuti ndapera saka ndakuuya kunoku ndosapota ndoita sei ndoshanda nemota dzangu dzandashipa kubva kuamerica dziya ndoita kalifestyle chichicho of course ndazongotozicheche urongozvinakidza ndobva ndabva.
What was the reasoning behind that?
Just to maintain your name locally when you are no longer there. Ndadzokera ndaenda kuSouth Africa. I'm buying a house, I'm establishing a business in South Africa. That's 2016. Then I get a vision from God to go to America and establish a church. And I mustn't go and reopen Houston Church. I lost. I should go first in Maryland.
Why Maryland?
I don't know. God is telling me Maryland. Of course, I think because family was also there. Maybe that's what God was saying. But Maraunza did not tango Maryland. From Maryland, you're going to branch out. Business. God is pushing.
What business was it? What business did you start?
Business anowanzotaura camera and stuff.
But it's a business.
It is. Yeah. It's still there. Ndabva ndaenda States. Maryland Church yatanga as a joke. Nangoposta paFacebook Bible study mumba. Papazara nepanze singaiti. Ndaposta next week karoom kangatawa no building kapina about 200 people. Mazara nepanze. Apart nama instruments. Takutoita zve serious. Patata kutsvaka building. After about 3-4 months. Kurenta kwaiti pa 12 to 15,000. Tikatenga nemortgage taibhadhara same amount. But on a building, it was going for 2 million, I think. 2.3, 2.4. So we bought that building through mortgage. But I do establish a church. And I've moved to Texas to Dallas. So I know Tuesdays I'm in Dallas. Then I fly Wednesday. It's a Wednesday to New York. And name church in New York. Then later Thursday midweek service to Maryland. Then Sunday. Then I fly. So that became my routine. I worked, Baba. I worked.
2016.
Ndakashanda pandakazovhaira paya pamangengengeka. It was worth it.
And that takes us to 2017. 2017 for us as a country will forever be a significant time because we go through another cycle of transition, which is we had military intervention here, but
people blue-ticked me. I prophesied the coming in of President Mnangagwa into power. Anyora ndaona masoja acho, I think it's still there on my Facebook page, and the dates and stuff. Ndaona military yakazara, ndaona vanhu vakazara, ndaona Mugabe abva and stuff. Yakangova nawo interruption wombichana. I think people didn't believe what I had written. Then few months later, tanzwa nzi mukuru wanga uri paborder vapotsa wapfurwa chichaitika vanhu vari kuSouth Africa chiwenga ari kunzi achadzoka muZimbabwe vangobuda zvinews boom boom boom. Everything that I wrote on my profile on Facebook came to pass. Vamunangagwa vamupower.
2017 is also the year you start to become an internet sensation. But it's not just you, it's also Jinimbi is a cultural sensation. Jinimbi then starts arguably what is the Mbinga culture.
Yeah.
How people behave with money and around money.
Yeah.
Around the time, Jinimbi shapes that.
Akaunza lifestyle.
And he brought like a different way of which how people do things, which the Mbinga culture really, Jinimbi was the front runner of that.
Yeah.
Of course, we had an Uncle Phil from back
munhu
in the
wese
day.
anga aripo but anga ari pasi pajinimbi
Jinimbi is sort of
akati
like
kuti anga ari masanza jinimbi ese wese angangobata mari abaenda kuna jinimbi.
even how people dressed, even how people spend money and all
Shampopo
of
and stuff.
everything. Like Jinimbi almost shaped the
Kutitsa
culture.
mabhodhoro.
And at the time, it's the two of you. You're an internet sensation, and you, Jinimbi, is a cultural sensation. I want to understand what is the logic at the time.
Inini ndanda nemnyama wekuti ndakaposta kuamerica ndikuudza kuti Zimbabwe ndakaipa ndiri munhu mukuru. Pandakaposta ndowana 2 comments. Sandakufanira kuwana ma-likes nema-comments akawanda. What do I do? Andi munhu kobora Zimbabwe. Because ndakatora concept ya 50 cents na Jay-Z. 50 cents akanokobora Jay-Z. Saka Jay-Z ati ndiani 50 cents pamuka ane manumbers. Saka ndaida kuti Jinimba aresponde something. Tupana muti kopo. Ndakati ndasina mbuba dzangu live ndangocreate ndakati ndanditori live zvangu paFacebook ndikutonzwira maka live kekwa Jinimba. Jinimba wacho ndianoona munhu ari kudombo shawa. Chakaryira baba chivideo chocho. Chakafamba. Ndobva ndafonera Jinimbi fast. Tese ati boys rechiita. Ndobva ndati mukuru sorry mukuru babaizika achidwa ndasofta but because ndiye angane pauri kundifushira. Ndakataura something but angane vanhu. Ndaigona samuka futi.
No, but why were you meddling in pop culture? Because a lot of the things
because
that you were
doing interruption. Pane church kuenda pa Facebook yanga iri demonic. Kuenda pa internet was demonic. Vanhu vese veuku kwamukuti pop culture ndo vanhu vanga vane life pa social media.
But
she must slay queen and stuff.
No, but one at the time could say that like the things you were doing were unbecoming of a man of cloth, like
Africa wise, not American wise. Kwa America tine vanhu rubuda nepfuti, mapasa abuda nepfuti achionerwa pa TV. Real preachers of LA yatanga, vanhu vakurakidza motikari dzavo, vanhu vakurakidza life yanorarama, chichichi, mapasa atatorwa doro and stuff. So it's normal in America and the church is too full, bragging with your cars and your house and your what. Kuno kwa zviku. Mapasta ya unofana kudai musana nezisutu nera kupfurikidza mashoulder rere nemuromo white uya neziBhayibheri uchiti maswera sei vanhu vaMwari. Saka ndakunza chaAmerica manje kunoko. Ndakuona kuti manamba angu akudzikira anga akura banda kobora futi Jinimba. Anenge kumbo kakadai so. Umeso kwake wakadai. Ndobva ndaona chikopokopo chakachipa baba. $140,000. Tenga chikopo baba ndikati icho. Wenya achitenge icho kada uchipaka kudombosha baba chinoti dhugu mashanga anoti vhu. Mombe dzichiti mu. Mara ndiregerere Jinimba ndiregerere kwariho. Kwakuri kukura.
But take me back.
Bandarira Jinimba ndobva akanochiresponda but it was too late when ndandani my numbers.
But take me back to 2017, because also 2017 is where you start funding and supporting
Maghetto youths.
Yes. How did that come about?
Ndakagara ndichimafanda but it was on a silent background kuti asita kulinkwa munhu echechi nezvinhu zvemangoma izvo. But Enzo Aisha akarwa kasonga kanjiya
2017, yeah.
ndobva ndabata ndafanda ndakati nditengesere munhu. Because ndakuda kuti hanchangoda ngomwaya mari kumaghetto youths. Ndakuda kuisa mari pamunhu kuti ndotaona achitokura achitoita mari zavo. Ndaida kugadzira our own banner boy. My vision on Enzo was to make our own banner. Ndasada munhu anorira muZimbabwe. Ndaida munhu anotorepresenta Zimbabwe Africa wise. That was the vision. Vakomana mbobvuma ndasenda mari baba. Tora Enzo.
I get married.
Ngari macheap, thousands but macheap. Ipapo ndanga ndiri mhurika nechisport tikuirana ndikufando maridim awo and stuff. Akabaputika maridim baba. Enzo ndikumpusha uko ndane power rekuda kukunda Jinimba.
Which
Saka
year
kana ndine this is 2018. saka nandine ma-artist ndata team yeko radio yandokwanisa kuti tswinya chinimbi kokumwa mapike nini chinimbofonerwawo iyo handipo hangu but chinimbafonerwa arara chinimba ari kutuka neredio inino ndafonerwa nodanga kukudza nchivaremekedza ndokumudya paground asi kuziziya ndokugadzira nyaya ndabata vanhu vekumanyewspaper ndaita gigigigigi ndabata vanhu kuZTV saka ndabata maplatforms ndine maartist ari kuti passion java ndaintroducer passion java rhythm ndaenda kuma-comedians ana Revine ana nani ndakubata ma-comedians vaisafana passion java vanakuita madrama ana comic pastor passion java saka ndanawo every corner ndabata but asi kushanda zvandonasonda manje.
What was the idea?
Ndauda kusvika level ana Noel Jones rekuti vanenge vanana president Bill Clinton paside nepaside saka ndikuda kuita noise background yekuti ndiende padhuze namukuru.
So pause a second. So when you started ministry, the person you were fashioning yourself,
Bishop Noel Jones.
No. When you started,
Boy, local
was
Apostle Java
B.
first.
Java.
Bishop Manjoro, Faith Word Ministry.
Faith Word Ministry.
Second.
So what did Apostle Java, when Apostle Java was what did he teach you?
Everything that I am today.
Okay. What about when Bishop Manjoro, what were you?
Humility, prayer, character. Yeah, I'll give him that credit. Net demonstration of power.
Who comes after the Hubert Angel?
Vachingora Apostle Java P7 power.
No, Apostle Java Angel is overarching.
Wow, yeah, through Apostle Java, ichingori same foot. Then in the Tanga Young 2012 is now established Prophet Angel. There's Sangana na Bishop Noel Jones in person now.
So it's Apostle B. Java, then it's Bishop Manjoro. Twatati, Hubert Angel. Hubert Angel taps into the prophetic.
The prophetic I always
you already had, yes. But he shows you a different.
Of course, he boosts me, he takes me to another level.
Then Bishop Noel Jones.
I might say between the gap, Prophet Makandi mentored and he helped me a lot.
Prophet Makandi was also in there.
In direction and stuff, he helped me a lot.
Then Bishop Noel Jones.
And Bishop Noel Jones.
So now we're in the Bishop Noel Jones sphere.
It has always been from 2004. Papandakana Noel Jones. Ukata sama suta ndari kunguruwa taisa pa YouTube from 2010, 2012. Mazipi suta ya Bishop Noel Jones. Nika logo kaya Noel Jones. Nika mpariziru kachuka. Ndaro murotu maglass with Buddha and stuff. It's always been, but there was no access to him. There was no access.
So it was now this era, this 2018 era is now about influence.
Yes, in Rungo duplicate a blueprint of Bishop Jones. The Rudan, Rudama celebrity church mom. So to any one Western Snipes, and go on a PDD, a garage watch. Skenda Kunugo, Pandawitra 7 as pep, and a fountain one go a gara, and a Madam Boss and go a gara. Yes, and Rungo duplicate, but I'm not seeing the president. Bill Clinton ari Noel Jones. But inani tina manje ipapa. Saka ndikufana kuita wave. Nono kone bonda kafunza ati vakaita sezvikanzi they saw the influence I was having in America and they looked for me. I'm not the one that looked for Clinton. He looked for me.
I'm not the one.
Yeah. So ndakuda kuita wave nditsvakwe. Pana wano momzi so. Anjatara ngozita ndo vakanditi vana access kuna mkuru. Pandakaprofita kupinda kwa mkuru kandi ndokumbura waona ndinaso akaprofesi yavo. Amina mumzi wakasvika sesha masvika nangwanouya. Pandaenda vachiri kuitira kudhuza nana Jason Moyo. 2018. 2019.
This is the year the election happened.
18, 19, 19. 2019. Parliament House. Ndopandakapinda ndikaonero. Ndakapotsa ndachema baba. Ndakati ndaura kuprofita panimisa. Watabepa nepeni watanga unyuka. Kura kutoremekedza mashoko andotaura. I fell in love with you. Atopedza wanditi tora namba yangu. But nangoti zvedu zvemamen of God zvatinongoti tora namba ndodakupa ndeIsrael. Amudza ndozvandetwa. Asi ndandombowa text. After some months, amichaitika ndada kutoya Zimbabwe nawo ndatongofona. andinzwa ndadero apa ndanyaya ndakastika manje ndoti chi manje ndakati mina America ndauya Zimbabwe ndaikumbira kuzokuona ichi zvikanzi unondiona chichi ndaya kunoko handichaziva ndakanoona ndoti chi ndopa ndakazoChamchwanza. He has been my advisors from 2012 because my setup has always been I have a board outside of church people, of successful influential people that can guide me in business and in church. And Chamchwanza has been outstanding.
What do you mean in business
advice.
and in church?
And in I have 12 people that can give me direction. I want to take my business to another level. I bring them the idea of what I want to do. They tell me it's not going to happen, it can happen, or you can do it this way. They do the breakdown of everything.
Right.
Then I take what I need to take and apply it. And Chamchwan has been my guy from not 2012. Because I met Yasmin through Chamchwan. No, could change, but she was working for Chamchwanza and Mai Rushwaya.
You don't
but
say.
Nepa president, yes. Stand up and then not know pick about. So Chamchwanza ma. Ndauya kuno. Chamari ndikuda kutanga chini chinenge chi Black Lives Matter. Cha Jama brand. I want to be the Jama brand of something. No, don't do that. Feeds ane chake chinonzi AAG. You should join that one. Hawangu ndikupisa ndine wave nini manda kanoenda unotsikirirwa naumwana zvinhu ndachauja nechitunga manza. No, sometimes it's wise to be the tail of an elephant than to be the head of an ant. But I listen to advice. It's my advice. But I don't know kira feeds. Jova, feeds have been my guy. So yellow hama yangu yeba poster, if you remember that poster 2012.
Yeah.
Feeds and I can buy that time.
But before you go, let's give people a history lesson around what AAG is. It was started in the 90s by the OGs, your Roger Bokas, your Peter Pamires, your Feedzers. And the whole idea was to lead Black businesses and Black empowerment.
Exactly.
Right.
You see, ichakafanana ni Black Lives Matter. Saga Chamu was right.
So that became, over the years, that became the vehicle for people who were trying to champion Black empowerment.
was part of it.
Yeah.
All the people that made it business-wise and feeds Weapons FM, Superman 1-0, all those guys, they all made it from there.
A lot of the business people from the 90s who made it so big were part of AAG, affirmative action. Yeah.
So Passion is now is joining AAG. Saka because chamani and yes feeds afana kuimutsa angaitaka kunyarara. So it's gathering people chinimbe mvavu.
This is 2020.
Ndarova smart yekuchi. Andapinda mumotikari ngandapiwa na Brighton Punjab. Inonzi chiko motai. Forgetting the name. Nice car. Ndapinda meme. But I know that you wonder. Ndinga muna unganiro wa Zimbabwe is celebrity library. And I wonder man. No one would padasa pe boom. Ndapinda. Java. Ndapinda meme amfinara. Aba wanu yesa zende kobora mkuru. Mishali Mdiwa ndezoti na Rimo ndova izoti ku background na jinimbe taakutaura but kumberu ku vanhu yonenge trema enemies but atakutaura tarakunzwisana. About a month or so before his death ndatomufona ndamudedza kubhedhe kwangu chichi chatondoda kuya but team yangu haizobvume chichi andipoma lesson andipo chichi amfonera ndaona vision accident chichi ndotamuonesa asuzunzwisisa zvemavisi.
You actually had a conversation with him?
Yeah, I saw that one.
What was the vision?
I saw the crash as it happened. I told him, you mustn't drink and drink, you mustn't do this and then then zvaitika ini ndaenda paya ndikutoti vanachangotengere social media baba anopinda makava the day room here. No, that's I said the day ana angoka no day maximum anbuditsira pfuti wangu maudada seko majamani ndikuno day andichatora umwe anditi uyu ngapa mna ngaro uyu disappear baba mota nanapaka basement chinopinda motikari matomato akaya pinda ndakanorara kumashure wewe kuti vanhu vasandione pakubuda paya pachavha ndounganirwa chinobuda paya pandizonosumudza musoro crowd rechibvaneni paya paya mandachika ndoteerwa ndasi ndakambudisa musoro ona kwana crowd rinovhara mota dzamashure tabuda paya paya chamunda abuditsirwa futi namike munhu anotokontrora mike manje ndifidza munhu wese mutano anoteerera fidza fidza anditi uya tidyara paka ndikusvika paya pamike aripo mike kumbira java rekerero mike vazankumbira rekerero sikanzi kubva nhasi makushanda mesa.
That's how you guys
Ndimudhara akafidza ndimudhara afidza muhombe darika vanhu zvaanofunga.
no, that's the OG.
He's OG before IG. Before Instagram, he was the OG.
He's the original. He's
Baba
the OG.
tateerera afidza abva atigrupa papa atibikira chinhu chedu baba chanaka. Mike chimoma ndiendesa kuna ED taane reason yekuenda kuna mukuru.
Wait, which year is this now?
2021.
No.
Was Garamumba.
No. Come back.
Young Edison.
Come back.
Hey.
Come back. Because we're ending this in 2020.
Yeah.
COVID happens, and you launch probably one of the Garamba concert series.
Baba ndakabuda mari. Garamba. Ndakabuda mari. Endesa tsoka. Ndakabuda hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands.
Imbofunga kuti ungidi ndefana mari. Imbofunga japreza naimba mari. Imbofunga macheso naimba mari. Nevamwe wangu chipo naimba mari. Already zeteni yacho yairana chinhu chacho naibhadha mari every week. Mapasi ekuti vanhu vese vatravela ya ndaipa mari. Motika dzacho dzaibvunzwa kufamba dzainda dzipa mari. Ndabuda mari. But I knew ndainogadzira Noel Jones chekuti ndiconnecte naye.
Passion, as we wrap up your decade, 2011 to 2020.
Yeah.
How do you make up your decade?
Baba, at the end of everything. Ndakazobuda ndane value. Yekuti Benny inakundedza church kwake. Kwete ndomudedza kwangu. Iye aundedza first time ndamuparidzira. Andedza second time, third time, fourth time. Ndakuramba ndichingodedzwa swika kutoramba mainvite. TD Jakes akundidedza. Anzi machiva convention, my leadership summit.
Pastors and Leaders Conference.
Yeah, akutondidedzawo. Ndakuparidza one eater by now. You know all those people, they don't know. Mageto is arwana. But you know church history. Ndakudedzwa mumachurch anopisa. Inini ndakuconcert conference yangu ndozadza New York, ndozadza California, ndozadza Florida. Church wise chaiyo inotapira. Ndatone value. Mumu ndakadaona ini minister ndakuona na need appointment. Ndajava, ndakupisa. The value have increased. Chandakangotadza. Andidemba angu, I'm proud of myself, but ndakangodaro mchana maybe, I don't know. Chandakangotadza kuba. Ndakatanga zvekuba zvamano. Ndakata mari.
But you didn't tell me the story because you're like ndichazokudza sei ndakazomira kutora mari.
Oh. I felt bad, you know. People they don't know. Ndakazoita kuti Soja Love aimbe that song. Yekuti amene munhu wamwari amene mamwe macheche emari amen. As usual, you preach, people give you some money, you minister people, they give money and stuff. So this old lady came to me looking rich and stuff, and Pandamuti, oh, you want to sacrifice? How much is your sacrifice? Says, I'm giving 500,000. Andora check yake baita. Saka ndakazofana nomwana wacho. Sakanzi, do you know that the money that my mom gave is all we had? What do you mean? And the Maria Matopio, do yes, and that was from herself. She believed that if she sacrificed, God would bless. I told him the same thing. I've sacrificed all I had before. But for your sake, and because of your age, I'm going to send back the money to you guys. I'll transfer back 500,000. Then I felt bad. I felt like, I think I need to only focus on business when it comes to money. You know, come to church, I teach principles. Of course, people give tithe, they'll give offerings, they'll give seeds, sacrifices as the Spirit will lead them. I no longer want to challenge people. How much do you have and stuff? I no longer want to do that. I want to give people wisdom. What you do if you want to give, it's a family account. You don't touch it for church or for God. Then you do savings. You don't touch no matter what. It's for the future. Then you do your personal. If you are married as a man, you have your own. Your wife has her own. Then Moses a 1 year vana. I'm not got you. Don't know but my bills and everything and stuff for the house. When you wanna give from your own account. Yako mari unopinda mako iwewe. Same room on same cards and do your own also. That became my teaching. And that's how I stopped challenging people to give the so-called amount of this and amount of this, that American culture. I denounced it simply because I felt like how many people would give their all without proper teaching? Because all doesn't mean all. It's all from what you own, not from your family account. Your kids are depending on that. Some other people are depending on that. Maybe your house bills depend on that. You sacrifice that from God, but you are not sacrificing yours. You're stealing from your children. You're stealing from other people. It has to be your own. Let me build structures and good teachings and stuff. That song has been my favorite song. People thought Jah was attacking pastors, but when I did that song, it was simply to send a message to the church that it's time to demarcate ourselves from self-collection and God's principles.
And when you look at that decade from as a pastor, teacher, someone as a Christian,
Yeah.
when you look at that decade from 2011 to 2020, through the prophetic movement and everything that came up, all the big names, the Prophet Makandiwas, Magayas,
Yes.
angels, and everyone who cascaded around that time.
Mm.
What do you make up of that decade? When you look back at it now with a more mature sense and just looking at it from a different perspective, what do you make of that decade? Because it was such a significant time.
I appreciate that decade simply because it changed the whole church concept. You know, Pastor Ngaramnanjisatsit before that. And mwana wako akanzi kunorora napastor wamurambidza. And zvaimakisa kunzi pastor and prophet and stuff. That whole thing changed the whole concept. It showed us that God is a prosperity God. And although He is a spiritual God, that we serve spiritual, we must not forget that we are also human. We are also flesh.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a decade, I think it's the sweetest on all decades, even before us. Because you got the proper balance of physical life and spiritual life. Charisai before and now. But now my pastors, way before that decade. Hakuna ida zvamwari. Because na baba vachisacrifice zvese zvavanazvo kuchurch and stuff, so they hated church. Vanhu vechurch vashape kugara vachigara imomo and stuff, zvinhu zvaita kunge zvekunzwisa tsitsi, hembe dzacho and stuff. And mwana wese aitokura achida kuita PDD instead of baba vake. But our decade, we have inspired people who want to be church people, who want to be pastors, who want to be prophets. Our children are proud of us. Hapana mwana asingadonzi mwana wapasho njani.
And some of the areas people could have corrected that you hope in this decade now people have corrected some of those.
Spiritual fatherhood, number one. Number two, competition was not necessary because it led us into forced demonstration, and competition led us into creating unnecessary controversies that were not supposed to be. And it also led us into displaying extreme power beyond the power of the gifts we're carrying, so that we may show to be superior than each other and other pastors. It became more of a statement of who we are, not what God is to the people. Saka zvakasvika palevel rekuti vanhu vanga kutya munhu waMwari kudarika kutya Mwari, kana kuda munhu waMwari kudarika Mwari, kana kudefenda munhu waMwari kudarika kudefenda Mwari, kudefenda gospel, because we made people centralize Christianity on us, on our gift. Mukuru ndiani. But on that era, it was more mukuru ndiani. Nanhasi kuchine vanhu chine that idea. But in church, there is no need to see kuti mukuru ndiani. It's been anapita wakambonetsana kuti mukuru ndiani pakati pedu. But I think it's a virus within the church that must not be accommodated. I'm proud Makandiwa came out and said it's the year of Jesus. I don't want you to be talking about me to people, but talk about Jesus. That statement was very sweet. Prophet Angel came declared is the year of strange oil. It is not centralized on him, but on the anointing. It's not centralized on Makandio, but on Jesus. Look at other preachers. I think we all as the church have come to a place of, okay, I'm not saying those were errors from the prophets or pastors. I'm saying in my own ways of gazing into the church, it's what I think could have been corrected. Though I stand corrected.
And in that decade, as a father, as a husband, as a brother to your family, as a son, how do you do?
I'm good in balancing. I'll tell you something. I don't have stress. I go through many things. My secretary wakamonifunza kuti, are you okay? Ndakatuseka chimutra nye zvikandena ndiri ndezvouraya with what you're going through. I don't stress. She explained when she tested. Simply, this type of mind can balance 20 things at the same time. So when it comes to children, when it comes to wife, when it comes to church, when it comes to business, when it comes to me personally, to me it's just easy to balance those.
What kind of a dad are you?
The best.
Yeah, but what's your style? Are you?
Inini ndiri opposite my father. My father angari baba amdzvanyirirwa. And I'm a friend to my kids. I'm a friend. I think wasvika tine PlayStation mwana wangu apa tichitamba chinakirwa ndo life yedu every day. We are cool. We are buddies. Atina ma secrets. We are good in everything. I'm kids to kids. I'm wise to the wise. I'm a fool to the fools. I adjust where I am.
You know what? When we decided to do this, I wasn't sure what type of story we're gonna tell.
Me, I thought you were gonna be asking me about music.
No.
From 2011 music, 2012
No,
music.
people know about that.
If I knew we were gonna talk about that, we were gonna agree. But my perspective was like, I'm done with what do you call it? My podcast and stuff. I did enough podcast.
No, but you know what
I'm
was
moving, but it's so profound. I have history with you, and I respect you. And you're doing series on music, so I was thinking.
No, but do you know why this was so refreshing?
Yes.
Context. Do you know why sometimes we miss out on great moments, great people, because we just don't understand what's happening. And this was so refreshing in a lot of ways because for the first time I've got context. Like,
serious?
Oh, that's why that was happening. Oh,
that might
Noel
explain
Jones
this.
is the inspiration.
And Stefan Pike. This type of mind, people never understand you unless they're close to you. Anozoona apa said, oh. From akanova testament, uyu mfana uyu kana usingadi kubhilivha zvaakutaura usatomusiye mutaura achitaura akangotaura chete mawana. But I also like the interview. It helps the church people to understand where the church is coming from, where it's going. It's like the church is in a gap now of transiting to a new wave that's going to come, which you don't know what it is going to be, which I'm afraid to attack because every new thing is attacked by those that were there before. But we are in that space where if people can go cry to God, pray to God, ask God, Father, use me zvataita mumakomo zvacho. Mwari ndishandisei, Mwari tichikwira kunona bhindura uko. Mwari ndirangarire, ndishandisei. God is looking for people whom he can anoint for the next voices and use.
For me, the thing I enjoyed the most was your evolution.
All right.
Because there are people who caught up with you just on the internet and they don't understand the.
I would want to talk to some of those people to go on YouTube. Go watch Prophet Passion preaching at Noel Jones stage. This is my time. Go and watch Prophet Passion in South Africa, Cape Town, Johannesburg. Those messages, New York. those messages in myself. I don't know how many times I've watched myself preaching those messages. It's life-changing. Many people have different perspectives when it comes to me because some have seen me in the political side and they think that's why I am there. Some have seen me in the dramatic of Twabam and they think I'm that social media person. Some few people know me in the business circle, but they appreciate and they like me. But those that have known me in church, zvinofana kukonfyuza vanhu kuti munhu anenge abuda achiti ng'eng'enge but anenge achizadza vanhu 15,000 panzvimbo. Tanzania were over 50,000 people. Vanofana kunzwa kuti why vanhu vechechi vakapuza hakosi kupuza, vano mwari vanenge vaona munhu ane zvamwari. So I think Zimbabweans should just try to go and follow my YouTube videos and watch me teaching, watch me preaching, and it could change things.
Well, as always, thank you so much for allowing me to do this.
Thank you for honoring me today and bring me to the real seat I'm supposed to sit and talk about God.
I like this. I like this you.
Serious.
I like this version of you.
One day we'll do one when I know we are doing church and I wear a suit and
No,
we
but
sit properly and we talk about
wasn't church.
Jesus.
It was your story.
No, I'm just saying one day I want us to talk about Jesus, about church stuff, where I display the revelatory experience where I am exeging from the text.
Please call me up for that.
Right?
That'll be cool.
Yeah, one day. Cool. Maybe after a year, so I'm done with the podcast now. And
yeah,
but CMA podcast.
Yeah, but you don't put me in that space.
Your concept is totally different. Even when people watch SoProfound, they are not looking for news. Ola is different, Zigo is different, Sparks is different, Danny J is different. They're all different.
Same field, many laborers.
But you are just in your own world and the people you deal with and talk to and your topics are good.
All those people are my OGs.
All right?
Yeah, they are my OGs.
I
do, like I always explain to people that what Ola is doing is creating an appetite and being a trailblazer in a way that people have never seen. Denny J bringing a whole new dimension to podcasting. Sparks just being Sparks.
Controversial and stuff.
There are kids in the hood who never used to listen to podcasts until Sparks came into the picture.
That's true.
And to listen to our stories. And Zigo, same thing. So it's the same field, but many laborers. True. Like we labor in different areas in different ways. And I've got mad respect to all those people. And I hope they keep doing well so that we can also do well.
The idiosyncratic here, keep watching SoProfound. God bless you.